welcome to Faithful Grace Studio. I'm Mindy, the creator here at Faithful Grace, and I'm excited to show you this Floral Graffiti Mega Junk Journal. I'm so excited about this one. I know I say this a lot, but this truly is one of my favorites. I love the color scheme. I love the feel of it. I just love it. So I'm going to show it to you. I only had one little piece of ephemera left over that I didn't use. Everything else got used in this journal. So before I open it up, I'll kind of show you what I did. I put it together. I used the binding method that I've shown you multiple times, and I've also mentioned I learned this from Natasa at Treasure Books, and I'll link to her original email or original video below, but it's got two signatures in it, and then I bound it with a piece of fabric that is lined with a piece of book tape. I purposely left the edges so that they would ravel. I got a little too much glue right there, so it's not raveling right there like I want, but at some point I may try to remedy that, but I don't know. We'll see, but it's raveling nicely on both sides, and I like that. I put a closure on this one using a button that I had altered and painted and collaged on the top, and a I don't know if that's a grommet or a rivet, exactly what it's called, but I have a little setter thing. It's not anything fancy, but it sets that. And this elastic band actually was, my husband bought I don't remember what it was, some sort of motorcycle vest or jacket or something that had a really nice tag on it, and the tag was fixed to the jacket with this really nice rubber band or elastic. And I've just held on to it all this time, and then when I was trying to think about how to close this, I was like, you know what, that'll be perfect. It's the perfect color, it's the perfect size. So I just popped that little grommet in there, fed that through. It's not glued or anything, it's just typed in there, and then I stitched the button on. I thought about covering up where the button is stitched, but then I changed my mind. I may at some point cover it up since I got that little piece left. But then I also put a little dangle that I had in my stash that kind of matched. It's got some teal aqua looking polka dots and some ribbon and lace and a little shiny button on it. So I just put a little dangle on there. So let's walk through. Gosh, if you don't love the gorgeousness of this, I'm obsessed with this page right here. All of those colors and that graffiti looking, I'm just obsessed with it. I have printed that page probably 6 or 7 different times for different projects. I just adore that particular pattern. I love them all. I love the colors of all of them. Got a little pocket here with one of the tags. I did the tags like I almost always do, where they do have a little pocket on the side. They're all empty right now, but there is a little pocket there that you could put a little message in if you wanted to. Didn't have to do a whole lot of embellishment. There's a little slide pocket here with one of the pieces of ephemera. Just all this gorgeousness is already in the pack. I didn't have to work to get it there. It's already in the pack. It's already in the mega kit. I love these pages, the pages with the bows. There's several different versions of the pages with the bows. I just adore those. Got a little page tab on there. Here's our first fold out, and inside our first fold out is one of our loaded tags. And then in this little packet, this little pocket here that I made out of the fold out is 2 of the journal cards. I just glued them together and made, instead of having 8 journal cards, I now have 4, but they all have a pocket in the side. Some of them are still empty, but that's okay. They're in there for when I'm ready to put something in there. This is one of the loaded tags. You can get the loaded tag pack separately if you choose. And you can do so many things with it. I'll link to the video below, but there's a video that I did showing the same exact pack put together 2 totally different ways. And it just, the possibilities are limitless. There's fussy cuts in here, there's ephemera, there's tags, got a pocket there. This one, it has a pocket in the side as well. It's currently empty, but it's in there. And then this is 4 pieces of ephemera that I simply put together with one of those little fold out tab things. I don't even know what you call them, but this way you can kind of make it whatever shape you want. You can cascade it out. You can leave it all together. You could write messages on the back and kind of have them be hidden. I've done that technique a couple of times and I really like it. So that is where our first loaded tag fits, and we're at the centerfold of our first signature, as you can see here. I did forget, you'll notice there's 2 knots here. I put the signatures together without thinking about how I wanted to bind them. So the signatures ended up having printed pages on the outside. And for those of you that have looked at this binding method, you really don't want that, because you're wasting a printed piece of paper that way, because it's going to be glued and not seen. So I went back and printed 2 more pieces of paper, 2 more of the pages blank on one side, so I had that blank page. So I added a page to the signature, but I had already sewed it together, and I was too lazy to undo it and sew it all the way. So I just sewed that one page on in the same holes I sewed the first ones on. So there's 2 knots in my signatures here, but I don't mind that. That's just extra reinforcement. All right, more gorgeousness that came in the kit. More gorgeousness. Another little tuck spot with a piece of the ephemera stuck in it, and one of the flags or little pennants that comes with the ephemera kit glued there. Here is this is another one of my favorite pages. I just love that. But here are 2 of these actually came with the window pocket tag. I'll show you that in a minute. And I decided I didn't want to use them on that, so I used them in the actual journal itself. Here's one of the tags that it does have a pocket on it. Yeah, right there. Got a little pocket right there that we can put something in later if we choose to. And I really like this. I've done this a couple times. You may have seen it. I like stacking the little pockets like that. I just think that makes a unique little visual. Here's another one of the little pockets that came with the ephemera kit, and this is one of the envelopes that you can get. The this kit, this pack has envelopes, tags, and journal cards all in it, that you can get separately. This has a little some motivational quote that I've got several of them that I pulled out of a book that was falling apart, and I just fold them up the size that I need to go in the envelope, and then I just tuck one down in there, and it makes a nice little kind of hidden note. So that's what's in that envelope. You may have noticed I tore these pages instead of cutting them. Sometimes I cut, sometimes I tear. These I tore, and I used a little different method for tearing them. I did use my metal ruler. I also, if I had a place where it didn't tear exactly like I wanted to, I used my dampened paintbrush and kind of just brushed down the side and pulled off that damp paper to make it really look like it was old and worn. And I wanted to create the look of it being brittle, and I think I've done that. It's really not very even at all, and I love it. I love the edges of this journal. There's a not a centerfold, but it is pretty spread. Only one piece of the ephemera glued there, and then here's where our two, this thick piece right here is where our two signatures attached to each other. Another one of my favorite pieces. Here's a little belly band that I made out of a piece of the ephemera, and then 3 of the journal cards, all of which have pockets. Little pockets right there. This one is the only one that has something in it, and it does have a piece of the ephemera in it that you could write a note or something on the back of. Actually, I may find some other piece of paper that coordinates and make a couple of more of those, because they're the perfect size for putting inside these journal cards. Plenty of room for writing, journaling, writing scripture, affirmations, doodling, journal, art, sketching, whatever you want to do. This is another one of my favorite pieces, a little piece of ephemera here, one of the pennants, and then there's a little pocket here that came with the pack that I just stuck. I had I've told y'all about these. These are the flat pins that I've made. I have a whole stash of them, and this one just looked like it kind of coordinated well, so I stuck it in this little pocket. So now we have a pin available when we need it. More gorgeousness that came in the pack, more gorgeousness that came in the pack, and more gorgeousness that came in the pack. Nothing I had to do. There's 6 pages right there side by side that doesn't have anything done to it other than the pages cut out, and they're just absolutely gorgeous as it is. Did have this little paper clip that I put some ribbon on a long time ago that was in my stash, so I decided to stick it in here. And here's our second fold out and our second loaded tag. This loaded tag has one of the pieces of fussy cut pieces glued to the pocket, all kinds of stuff in the pocket. Here's another one of those little things that I showed you earlier. This one's got square instead of the or rectangular instead of the longer ones. I think that other one was rounded, but it just, you can do it however you want. You can line them all up, you can fan them all out. I just like that. I like the interactivity of it. I like that it moves and you can shift it back and forth. I just think that's cute. And then on the back, this one also has another pocket on the back that is loaded with ephemera and other pieces of the fussy cuts. I think there's like 10 or 12 of fussy cuts in this one. And then you see which side is it open on. There's a pocket on one side or the other. It's right here. And I have glued it down so it's only half of a pocket. It's supposed to go all the way down, but it doesn't. And I didn't realize that till just now, but it's a little half of a pocket. So what we could do is, nope, that's going to be too wide. Let's see. Bet you there's something in here. How about this? It's probably going to stick out too far, but there we go. There we got, now we got a little pocket for that. And then this has a pocket at the top, a long skinny pocket. This was one of the cards. This card actually came with the window pocket tag as well, and I decided not to use it with that. So I put a couple of pieces of ephemera on here. This piece and this piece were actually out of I had printed one. I had to go back and print the 2 pages of the ones that were blank on one side. I printed 3 by accident, so I had one piece that I used as ephemera, and these are 2 pieces that I tore off of that, and then I used the rest of that page for something else. That is a nice long pocket that you can put something in. And then we get back to our journal. It's just beautiful stuff. Here's another little slide pocket that has 3 pieces of ephemera in it, and all 3 pieces have a tab on it. I think this is the tab that came with the window pocket. But I forgot to put it on there until it was kind of all said and done, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna put it in here. 2 of the page tabs from the ephemera kit are on the actual journal itself. More beautiful pages, another one of my favorite pages. Another pocket with the other envelope in it with another one of the little folded up affirmation messages. And then here is the window tag pocket, or window pocket tag that I was mentioning. It's got this tag inside the window, and then there's another little piece, another little pocket right on the front. So 2 pockets on this one, and I actually thought that I was going to glue it down because it's white on the back, but then I didn't want to cover up anything, so I think I'm just going to leave it kind of laying in here, and I'm okay with that. But there it is. I hope that you enjoyed that walkthrough and that you love it as much as I do, and I hope you enjoy making your own.